Alright, we are back for another game. Today we have Space Wolves versus Necrons. We are back to our normal player plays terrain as we practice for Warzone coming up on November 11th, I think it is. Second week of November. We are playing Scorched Earth, that's mission 12 from the GT mission book. We just did all the player plays terrain. This is what the board looks like. So we have a forest in the middle, crates, ruins. We did not place the little pieces. I don't know if it really matters. But for this today, on the Space Rules, we have something a little different. We are running Master Artisans and Whirlwind of Rage for our successor traits instead of Born Heroes. The reason is, I've got a bunch of combi melters all over the list. So I'm going to see if I can handle the Orcs and the Admic Flyers, because as of now, the game is not very pretty. Chapter Master, he now has a combi melter. Lieutenant has a combi melter. Thunderhammer, Lightning Claw, same war traits, Rights of War. He has Hunter and Imperium Sword. 3 Cyberwolves, Chaplain with a +1 of Wound Litany, the +2 to charge, and the reroll hits. Benediction of Fury, Wise Orator. 2 Company Veteran Squads with Chainswords and Storm Shields. This guy over here has a Melta on him. For troops, we have Incursors, Assault Intercessors, Blood Claws. In our elites, we have our trusty Wolfguard units with Thunderhammers on the Sergeants. Now there's 2 7-man units with 2 Combi Melta Storm Shield Wolfguard, just to beef out the unit and add a couple Melta shots. We're also trying Scouts with Combi Meltas and Shotguns in 2 Speeders. And then our Long Fangs with 4 Multi-Meltas and a Grav and a Cherub. That is pretty much it. For the secondary, Space Wolves did Stranglehold, Oath, and Banners. And now we will go into the Necrons.
So Necrons are, strat-wise, as always, we've got Purge Vermin. I took Grind because he has about 1,000 units, and I figure I might get 4 out of 5 turns on that, or if I lose, maybe 2 out of 5, so not bad. Banner, this is just a rough map for secondaries. Like, I don't want to be rotting with my lack of infantry units, and there's not 3 for Banner, but it still seemed like the best of the action secondaries. And of course, Purge Vermin is an automatic. You know, if you're a Necron, you take Purge Vermin every game. Here's the army. This is the typical Walter tournament force. In the front, we've got the HQs, a Royal Warden, and a Overlord with the Voltaic staff. The Royal Warden has the Veil of Darkness. The Overlord has the Immortal Madness Warlord trait, where he rerolls wounds in melee combat. If that comes up against the Space Wolves, it's a rough moment. Behind them is the Trusty Dusty Necron 20-man Warrior Brick. I plan to trade them for one of his units. They're a pair of Action Monkey units. I plan to use them to put up banners and then forget about them. They're a trio of bike units. I plan to trade them for 1 or more of his units. And then there are 6 tanks, which are very much the wild card of this thing. If his Meltas fail him, he's going to wind up trading for tanks, and he's just going to run out of pieces. If the Meltas work really well and pop all my tanks, then the reverse will happen to me. So the thing to watch this game is how well do his Meltas handle my Quantum Shielding tanks. I feel like that's mostly what it comes down to. He won the role to pick sides, which has left me on the side over here on the left that I don't want to be on. He has the better side, so to speak, but it is what it is. You know, you always accept that possibility when you build a non-symmetrical board. The basic plan is to play a fairly defensive game and win off Purge Vermin and Grind, gradually ticking up, while he will have a problem ticking Oath if he goes first, and Stranglehold in all circumstances, since this is a very rough board to get Stranglehold on. You need 4 to the opponent's 2, and he's going to have to extend for that, and hopefully I can just keep chopping off the pieces he extend. I would really like to go second in this game, but we'll see how that happens. Alright, we're about to roll to see who goes first or second. I very much want to go second, so I imagine Jamie does also. So this roll
Here
coming
comes
up.
A 1.
4, I just got to roll a 1 through 3.
No. No.
Alright, so Walter has called it. I'm going to win this game. If I don't,
dear.
It's on me.
Alright, so Space Wolves went first. We planted 3 banners. This Cyberwolf came over here to screen out that Veil of Time because I forgot that was a thing. Longfangs came down. They tried to pop that Triarch. Failed. They tried to do a 7-inch charge over here with a CP reroll. Failed. Scouts were able to pop one of the vehicles. In my mind, that was going to charge, even though Scouts cannot charge out a speeder, even though I told Walter at the start of the game. I just, got excited for a second. But yeah, that's it. That was the turn. Spears moved up. They tried to plink off a couple wounds. He had the cover protocol, so I could not plink off because he had 2 up saves. Down to 5 command points, and it is now Walter's turn. So we'll come back at the end of Space Wolves.
Let me talk Turn through before I start. Okay, so I got very lucky with him failing the rerollable 7. That's a 1 in 4. So greater shame for me if I lose. I have a real problem on this flank, which is that he has taken this quarter with his invincible soldiers pressed up against the edge of it, and that's just a huge problem for me. My plan is going to be to annihilate his middle, and then take care of all this stuff here and occupy these 3, 1, 2, 3 objectives, so he doesn't get 15 at the start of the turn, and just sort of fade back and see how the game progresses from there. So the goal is these guys here, these guys in the middle, and that all feels quite achievable. All right, so the Necrons have ended their turn. This is basically as described, with a lot of drama and using 2 of my CPs. We popped the middle, we popped the left, but I had to put a unit of bikes up there to stop him getting 15 on the CPs, because he's controlling those 3 zones. Leaving me on these 3 zones, but about to get my face charged off. I'm hoping that my units are far enough back that the ones I care about are not getting piled in on, but he's so fast that it's tough. I've tried to make like a fire break here of these dudes, but I have a real problem in that he is bannering the board. He has 3 banners, and I only have 1 because of how far down my throat he ran. So it's really tough for the Necrons in terms of score. I think I have the attrition edge so far because I killed 6 units and he killed 1. But those are just his scoring units that he doesn't care about. I haven't actually killed any killing units yet, so let's see how it keeps going.
All right, so we're back. Endo Space Wolves turn 2. We did a mass assault turn, so the Wolfguard unit that was here went to Assault Doctrine with Chaplain rerolls, went in to kill 2 Crypto Thralls and a character. Failed to kill the character, which is unfortunate. Apparently it's good for me because now he doesn't get back up and just obliterates my Chaplain. So we take that. The Incursions are holding this objective over here. We've wrapped the character over there. Blood Claws and Cyberwolf back here in the backfield. Over here, we sent a bunch of units to kill the bikes. Walter was putting the ones within engaged range of my Wolf Guard because I was hoping to pattern and consolidate with them and tag over there. So he was just putting them out, so I was forced to activate with the Wolf Guard. They killed them. Then they spent a CP to consolidate 6 inches. As of now, we're waiting to hear back if this counts as a try point. We're treating it as no for now because it's very gamey right now. I don't feel comfortable doing it unless I'm told I can. Wolfguard killed the Triarch Stalker over here. So we're going into Necron's turn 2.
All right. So as we say, we have a rules question on whether he can stand inside my model. My opinion, of course, is no. But we've for now we've decided the answer is no. But potentially at a future time might happen. Sound off in the comments if you've got an opinion. If the opinion is pro Necron. Otherwise, eat your feelings. I'm gonna nominate these warriors to fall back and shoot this Space Wolf unit. These bikers will shoot this Space Wolf unit. You can't see them very well, but that should be 2 of his 3 units. Unfortunately for me, the 3rd unit are surrounding my king, who just decided not to go anywhere, so he's living that I'm not going to die at this moment life. The bikes are going to have to fall back from them. Where they go is complicated. I'm actually thinking potentially this corner. In a perfect world, they would be picked up by this guy, but he can't get over there in order to be close to them, so that's not happening. So I'm thinking we're going to just try and get 2 units and then prepare ourselves to get once again charged by all the Space Wolves on God's green earth. It's a rough one for your boy. It's possible that my earlier optimism was misplaced, but we all know the Necrons win no matter who actually wins, so I feel like we still have the moral superiority. The Necrons are looking more for a moral victory than a technical one at this point. The Overlord was defeated by a mob of dudes. My opponent referred to it as lynching, and I think he was about right. My tank charged his guys over here to escape from the Chaplain, and it did manage to lock up with them, but locking up Space Wolves is not usually where we're going to go. I have an intact bike unit hanging out, and they successfully killed the guys hiding in that building. The big problem here is that the warriors, far from annihilating their enemies over here, despite me spending all my strats on it, just completely whiffed against my opponent's invincible storm shields. I was getting salty about jank dice, but he used my dice, so it was actually really complicated. In any case, the main thing here is that the Space Wolves are occupying the entire board, while the Necrons are shrinking into a corner in terror and dismay.
Right. So Thomas is telling us off for not filming cool moments. So cool moment number 1 over here. 6 Wolfguard with +1 a wound. Did not kill bikes. Chapter Master on his own kills 9 bikes. You do the math. Assault Incessors killed the warriors, and then Lieutenant just did 6 damage to the Triarch Stalker, and the Triarch Stalker is on 1 wound. And over here is a little doggo. Little Cyberwolf with his 3 attacks, because he does not get Shock Assault. Hitting on 3s. 1 hit, that's all he needs.
Rolled a 2 like a chump.
That's why, because I don't have Born Heroes anymore.
You can't wound on it.
Oh!
1 through 3.
Master Artisans.
What?
Damn it.
Somebody craft his collar.
Strength 4. So wounding on a 5.
Wounding on a 5. You can't wound in 1 through 3.
No!
This is Lieutenant.
Not core.
Oh. That's right.
It's a dog core. We'll come back. What happened?
The dog did not do it. He's not.
Dog is not core. Did not get to reroll that one. Does not kill the Triarch Stalker. Triarch Stalker spent a CP to get +1 a hit into the Lieutenant. Lieutenant dodged it. They're still in combat. And leadership on the bikes. Lost 5?
5 bikes down. So on a 1 through 5, we're okay. Ice cold on the leadership, boys.
Leadership 10.
This thing lived.
That thing lived. Because, yeah. 5 up in once. Does not care about your AP3 Super Benediction of Fury, Crozius.
I heard that guy's a chump.
He says he's going to kill me in combat. I disagree. I'm going to survive it. So we'll come back at the end of Necron's turn.
All right. So we've come to bottom 3, which is unfortunately the last gasp of the Necrons. We're revealing our true purpose in here, which is killing his characters, the secret victory condition. My tank is going to shoot down this chaplain, and simultaneously over here, my spider will shoot down his character, and if it fails it will kick him to death, thereby seizing the moral victory. You might think that after promising a real victory and delivering a moral one, I'd be ashamed. But remember, before the game, I was like, if the Space Wolves win the roll to go first, there's no way to fix it. Well, that's what the situation we've arrived at. So, everybody, let's watch some awesome shooting. This tank, this guy. My opponent is taking the camera, but you can still hear my words. This is the assault gun up top.
We've been here before, just saying. He's already shot the chaplain once before, and I survived.
No penalty whatsoever. Basically dominant. 3s will hit, and 6s will hit multiple times with Tesla powers. Ready? Blam!
These are heavy.
No, they're not.
3 6s. 4 6s. Oh, no, I was picking up the dice.
Just 3 6s, but that's still extra hits.
Not worried.
And then 3s to hurt him. Effortless damage coming up here. Plenty of damage. And because of my incredible Mephrit synergy, I'm within half range. These are all going to be AP -1. So this is
4
how
up in
many
ones?
AP -1s he's taken.
And he's going to survive.
Puts him on his invul save. He's done. He's done.
1, 2,
3, 4.
where's it? Where you see
Oh
us?
no, 3. He's still alive. This is 4 right here.
Well, hold on. He may still be alive now.
3
but
damage,
he still
down to
has
1.
He still has to.
That's
face,
it, he's done.
He's
He
still
still
got the
has
bottom
to
gun.
face the fire of the bottom gun.
Is it heavy?
It
Yes.
is heavy, so this is gonna hit on 4s.
I miss with all of them. Come on, come
I'm
on.
gonna hit on 4s. I don't have any extra CP to spend. I'm just gonna roll them. And look at those hits.
2 hits,
2 hits. Now I just have to roll 4. You're tough 6 or 5?
T5.
I knew it. I just wanted to make him say it. 3s to wound. 3s to wound. 1 at a time for drama.
1 wound.
He's already finished. 2 wounds.
2 4 up in ones.
Saves.
No!
Down like a chump.
He dies.
Mowed down.
Chaplain
Yes.
dies.
The
Chaplain
objective had
dies.
been freed. Everything was
Chaplain dies.
strategy just as these guys
Alright.
had fallen back onto this.
Right, exactly. There we
That's
go.
how it's going.
Now
over
straight into
here.
the other vehicle.
Alright, I spent a CP in order to shoot at full power on this one.
Everything
It's
into the
going to
lieutenant.
use its 8 shots into the lieutenant. Yes.
There you go.
Since this thing is not degraded because I'm spending a CP to work at full power, I can hit on 3s. And look at that. Okay, that wasn't ideal. 3s, but it's fine.
I can't die.
I'm just
He's gonna have to
leaving-
slap me.
Well, these are 2 damage. You can
Oh,
totally
these are
die.
2 damage. I can totally die.
And
T4.
I'm leaving some drama for my punching in case I fail to kill you. So these are strength 6, 3s to wound. Now, because this vehicle is not Mephrit, these are not extra AP.
AP1 with Armor of Rust. I'm a 2 up save, so these go to 3 ups. The hero.
Okay,
The hero
he
you'll want.
hides behind his snake eyes. You need to understand that in real life, Jamie has snake's eyes. When you see his face, you expect him to hiss.
So we're going straight into charges. We'll come back.
The lieutenant used his cowardly armor of being a wussy and was able to delay the attacks of my stalwart vehicle. But when he attacked it, I rolled 2 invulnerable saves and didn't take any damage. So it's still ready to fight back
still gonna die
and
to the
defeat
dog.
this chump. And yes, I suppose the dog is coming.
because you can hit me with the murder buckets first.
Sure.
Dog hitting on 3s, 6s only explode once. And here come the 5s. Are you ready? These are AP2 with a tooth and claw.
I think you've
attacks.
forgotten something important.
I wound on 5s all day long. 1 save. Here we go. Save or die. Let's
Okay.
go 1 wound.
He's 2 wounds because he healed.
Thomas, you got no sense of drama. No sense of drama. I was going to tell him. I was going to be like, you can't kill me. Thomas dragging the drama out of his own YouTube channel. All right. So it's got 1 wound left after that dog fruitlessly attacked it, helplessly, uselessly, and fruitlessly. Now, the beast will attack itself. Here comes 3 spider attacks.
On 3s because you're not bracketed?
Yes, 2 hits. Look at those 6s. Rolling snake eyes is the sign of a champion and a king. Now I just need 3s to hurt him. Effortless. Okay.
Lieutenant will not die!
Okay. Little technical difficulties here, guys. We may have to re-roll this die. I can't hear it up, and you'll notice here that the Space Wolves have 23 to the Necron. No, I had that backwards. Necrons have 23 to the Space Wolves 97, but I want to point out that he puts a line through the middle of his 7, which is just inhuman. So I may be facing some sort of replicant, and as a consequence, could be forgiven for this defeat. Definitely a very bad game. The real problem for me was that he killed my Overlord, and then I lost access to my protocols because that was my only noble character. And at that point in time, there was no way to stem the tide of defeat that was crossing the board. Without protocols, I was like a lamb to the wolves of his attacking units. So, Jamie, mule your excuses, or rather, speak your words.
That was a really good game. So when I won, aka lost the roll-off to go first, meaning my oath was going to be super, between his grind, and Walter pointed out at the start of the game that his grind on my oath with me going first, man, he was favored on that trade on secondaries. So all I could do was rush. The Longfangs failed the charge, which was unfortunate. But then I rolled super well on a unit over here, which flipped the game over to my side, and then that fight over there was ridiculous between the Lieutenant and the Triarch Stalker. But it was a super interesting game. I had no idea about the noble character. I don't think that has ever come up.
There are about 20 conditions to get Necron special rules. Anytime a Necron player claims that they have a protocol, assume that they've missed something and that they don't. There are literally 5 different gates to get through.
It was a super funny game. If you've watched all the way through, you'll see how funny Walter is throughout the game, with some very funny comments. But yeah, thanks Walter for the game.
Thank you, Jamie.
Subscribe. Thomas is telling me off over here. Subscribe, share with a friend. Hit the bell button.